Well, his address, his mum's address, his sister's address. We've got it all. But I won't do it. Never in the years. But when a man married and got two young girls who are 3 years old, twins, don't call him gay.
Autistic cannibal, yeah.
And Dupes, can I just say, Dupes, of all people, what's happened to you in the last 6 months, you know.
What's happened to me in the last 6 months?
With Woo. With Woo.
Oh, she's mental case.
Yeah, Jenny Partridge. Yeah, you know what she's done to you.
All she's done is talk shit on here, that's all.
Exactly.
Yeah, but I don't care about shit talking on here. She can shit talk to the girls.
You do.
No, I don't. I don't care. Couldn't give shit.
No, nor could I. Dupes, I said this fucking 2 days ago. Of all the people that backed me, which I didn't expect, it was you.
Back to you in what?
Well, do you remember? Hang on, let me have a look. 2 seconds. Well, okay, emails. Okay, Dupes.
Don't know what you're talking about.
Well, can I explain? You okay, those, Rick?
Depends what it is.
Okay, Brian Harvey, Ian Puddick, John Wedger, Bill Maloney.
Yeah, so all that stuff that you said when you first came onto the scene, yeah, there was a little bit of truth to it, yeah. I agree with that.
Oh, thank you. Did I send you stuff on that dickhead, the fake policeman? I'm going to call him the fake policeman. Yep.
Yeah, Bleeding Heart gave me stuff that you asked her to give me, yeah.
Fucking hell, Dukes. Do you need to do this?
Yeah, I need to make it correct because I'm not going to have you insinuate to the wider audience that I've had direct contact with you and I haven't.
You had no contact with me. Okay, I'll be honest. Danny Jones sent me shit. Danny Jones hopefully sent me stuff trying to set up you, Dukes.
Yeah. Right. More importantly, trying to set up my son. Yeah.
Yes. For the shit, I didn't want to involve him. The prison shit. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. The bullshit story.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I didn't want to send you that, but Esau and Bleeding Heart said, no, you have to do that. Agreed?
Yeah, I know that, yeah.
Okay, end of. And he did nothing wrong, did he?
Who?
Your boy.
Listen, if my boy was Jack the Ripper, it's got nothing to do with anyone on here.
I'm not saying that, Dupes. I'm just saying he did nothing wrong, did he?
Listen, stop your fishing. Yeah?
Dupes, I know.
Yeah, I know what you're doing, Brian. So stop your fishing.
Okay.
Born dead. It's all quiet. I know. All right. We got the 82, 84. Welcome to the new ones. So, Jukes, that the stream you done this afternoon, have you had any feedback from your stream this afternoon?
Oh, Tarragon again. Oh, he is in the back.
It talks it talks shit.
Yes, Dan.
Evening.
Mm-hmm.
So, are we going to see this evidence then, Jupiter? Because you keep saying, oh, we'll save
I
that.
don't know,
for
waiting for you to bring the evidence that you were waiting for.
When you put out a claim, it's upon you to supply the evidence, not the other way around.
Is it?
Yeah.
Whose rules?
Innocent till proven guilty in this country. So, you've come with a claim, now let's see your evidence.
Alright, so where's the evidence of the claims that I'm not eight? So where's the evidence I'm not eight then?
Pardon?
Where's
No,
the
we're not
evidence?
distracting off to something else. Let's stay on
No,
topic.
we're sticking to the main
Let's
issue.
see your
You
evidence.
and Dave made the claim that me, Wendy and Moon are all hope not hate. Where's the evidence?
Let's not distract. We can go back to that. It's not a problem, Jupiter. I can supply evidence. Let's see the evidence to support your
You
bullshit.
supply evidence I'm hope not hate. This is going to be a laugh.
Yeah, what question is it you want answering? I don't understand.
Jupiter has made the claim several times now
Uh-huh.
that myself, Dave, and Kermit somehow sit together. I'd like to see the evidence.
Over on Taffy's panel, there's been many other occasion, and on Dave's, but I'm sure his channel's been taken away, where Kermit has gone on and spoken to you and on Base Luke's, you and everybody else, and he stuck with that side. There's many of them. I think there was actually
Can we see
panels
the
where
evidence,
I think there was panels. Hold
I've
on.
never spoken to Kermit in life, so
Yeah, you have.
can I see the evidence?
Yeah, you have.
Can I see the evidence, sir?
No, you can't. I haven't kept hold of it.
Unfortunately, no. Just sounds like bullshit, to be honest, Jupiter. But it's not anything new. It's come from you, is it?
Okay, but did you pick up Kermit clipping?
I've never seen you attack anybody from the left.
Are you having a laugh?
No.
Stop projecting on me, mate. Stop
Have we got any
projecting on
examples
me.
of that?
Stop projecting on
Have
me.
we got
I've
any
had many
examples of you
arguments with the
attacking
left.
anybody
In fact,
other
I
than
dealt
the
with the
right?
left before you even came along.
Jupiter, you wasn't around when I came along. I was around a long time before you.
On these
Once you
channels.
arrived,
On these
it was
channels.
actually a chat between me and
On these
Jason, and he's
channels.
asking me what I thought
On
of
these
you.
channels.
And it just popped
On
up.
these channels.
Why do you keep saying that if you're a pirate? Well,
Was you around? Or did you ever go up onto Callum's panels?
yeah, I did. Yeah.
Did you?
So
Did you go up onto Raj's panels?
No.
Manny Cinders?
No.
Was you on Villies when it first opened?
No.
Did
Jupiter, I've been
you
around
ever
3
speak to
times
Ralph?
the time that you've been along.
Did you
so
ever
I
speak to
don't-
Ralph?
No, I didn't.
What about England?
Just literally naming people that have been around.
What about
5 minutes.
Streets?
All the people that you're naming have been around 5 minutes. Do you want to go any
You
deeper?
turned up on Zero Newsies first with Kaylee.
No, I've been
You
around.
come up with Wake Up
Zero
UK.
News has been around
You
5
came
minutes.
through
People-
Wake
all
Up
the people
UK.
that
Hold
you're
on.
literally naming have been around
You
5 minutes.
came through fucking following Wake Up UK and Danny Oakes Jones.
I came well before Wake Up UK. It was previously known as Right Unity Jupiter. Catch up.
Previously known as Right Unity.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's not what the Tommy movement was previously known as.
No, it was called Right Unity when he was pulling people aboard and trying to pull them into a scam and pushing all the shit which you apparently hate Kaylee for or whatever. All that shit.
What are you on about? You're talking about Jason now. You're
Right
already taking the
Unity.
subject, didn't you?
No, it's you that wanted to change subjects, remember? You didn't want to go near the evidence to go with your bullshit.
We were going by because you seem to think that because you are a far right thug, which you are, by the way.
Oh, I'm a far right
Right?
fuck.
Yeah. Because you go to mosques.
Have we-
You go to
Thought it was a lefty plant. Weird, isn't it?
mosques and tell people they
Yeah.
smell of fucking
Well,
7-year-olds.
So is Tommy Robinson also a far right fuck then? Yeah.
I've never seen him go and tell people they smell of 7-year-olds.
Right, okay. That is literally the only thing you've got. Edited video, which Hope Not Hate made, and then you put that around, and that was bullshit, and you still use it today.
I really don't see how that.
It shows me the fact that you have to keep scraping back to Hope Not Hate bullshit, that you're a mad lefty infiltrating scumbag.
Okay.
No, you're
Not one thing that you show me.
According to you, I'm a mad lefty infiltrating scumbag. Why am I infiltrating?
What do you mean, what you infiltrating? The only reason you know...
I'm asking you what I'm infiltrating.
Never mind. Right, you asked me a question, shut your fucking mouth and listen to the
You
answer.
shut your fucking mouth.
You know anybody
you're talking
from the
to?
team
I'm not your wife.
It's because
Listen,
you and
you want
Wendy
to speak with
sat there going
disrespect,
through all the bullshit of Clown World and all these other fucking
Don't
models.
beat your wife up.
Fucking
Don't
whatever his
fucking
name is,
talk
all
to me
these
like a piece of shit, you dirty
You
bastard.
took the fact that he was fucking had Hope Not Hate in the mix, and when I highlighted it, you fucking blocked me. You've shown us all what you are, Dreeper. You're a Hope Not Hate infiltrating rat. Simple as that.
Alright, well, you say what you've got to say, James.
I don't understand why them thinks I care what he thinks of me. I know that I'm not a fucking Hope Not Hate fucking agent. If I was, I wish I was, because I'd get fucking money. But it's against my principles.
These are recent 5-minute shows, what you're on about. Years, can you go back fucking further than that? No, you can't, Dreeper. You can't, so...
So 2009, I supported Tommy Robinson. I wasn't EDL, though.
Yeah, no, he wasn't.
You were EDL thug, were you?
How am I a thug, Wendy? So you're saying then, is that a broad brush and everyone that was in...
Well, that's part of the reason why Tommy left it himself, wasn't it?
Are they Tommy Tards or are they Tommy Tards? Until recently, Wendy, that's been your keyword, isn't it? Tommy Tards, this and the other. You've hardly been a fan
You're
of
the definition of a Tommy Tard, aren't you?
Have you been a fan of Tommy Robinson until the recent weeks since all of a sudden you fell out?
Wendy falls in and out of love with Tommy.
Yeah.
What's that got to do?
I don't hate the man. I've got no reason to hate the man.
Well,
because I practically agree on all of his politics. What are you on
There's
about?
more footage of you saying negative, hate-filled things.
I really don't care, Dan. I don't care, Dan.
You don't care?
No, I don't care, Dan.
Right. So just admit then, okay, I used to hate Tommy at one point.
I never hated Tommy Robinson. I'm sorry.
You could open a door and say, oh, well, don't be...
Well, I never hated.
Open the door to who? We all know Wendy.
Open the door to.
We all know Wendy. We all know that at times Wendy don't like what Tommy does or what he, and she criticises him. She's allowed to.
Has she not gone a step further than that, though, Drew? Has she not sat with that team of wrongins for all that time, pointing out that Danny Tomo was a nonce and all this kind of stuff, and then she
you're on
denied
about
it?
that again. I explained that the other night. Why are you back to that again?
Go on then.
Were you in love with Danny Tomo or something?
I wasn't here, was I? No, I just don't like the thought of any man being made into a
You
nonce.
were here. You were sat on the panel.
I don't even know what you're on about. If we haven't covered that, because realistically, there isn't a good reason to make somebody a nonce when they're not a nonce. When there isn't, you did that, not me.
No, I didn't.
No, she didn't. When you actually played the recording, then, Wendy never said that, though, did she?
Do you want to hear one right now?
Yeah, don't get it.
With Wendy saying, "Oh, I never said that," blah blah blah, and then 15 seconds later, he's literally calling Danny Tomo a nonce.
Stop talking and go and get it.
All right. You carry on talking, and I'll put it in the back chat for you. Yeah, we're playing it. Yeah.
We don't care.
Yeah, we're not bothered.
You think that means something? That's all been dealt with. Ginger Tony dealt with Mandy already, so.
So it matters or it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. You're the one bringing it up, making
No,
it
it
an
does matter,
issue.
though, G, but this is what makes me laugh and show.
Right, okay. Who does it matter to?
Right. Did it matter when Wendy was sat with them people and he was calling all these people paedophiles and all this shit?
What
people like
people
Danny
did I call
Tomo. I don't like Danny Tomo, far from the family business.
Who did I call a paedophile?
Danny Tomo.
I don't remember calling him a paedophile.
Wendy definitely did. I was on your show and he said that you hadn't fucking said this or whatever. And then
I had a what?
you literally denied it, that you said it. And then you actually said it and upgraded it. You said not only is he a nonce, he's a paedophile.
Yeah, so where's your proof? Is this the recording in the back?
No, I haven't put anything in the back yet.
I'm not saying
No, it's not important.
Oh.
Now we should see evidence.
I didn't use the word nonce, by the way.
We did.
I did it. I've never used nonce. The word paedophile, I don't like, that's what I use.
Pedophiles. Alright.
Yeah.
Calling the pedophiles. It's even worse. Maybe you could say, oh, we've done this, or it's
Can I say something?
So I think there's evidence.
You cannot, and I will repeat, cannot talk about anybody sitting with fucking wrong ends.
Of course you can.
Because you have sat with the fucking big biggest wrong-in for the longest time. And
Where's
to be
this Danny
honest,
Jones that convinced
I
everyone
actually
to convince people like you
that you're back in with
an 11-year-old child can somehow be the monster, the temptress, yeah?
Oh,
Where's the
shut up. Oh, you're all jealous because we love Danny Jones and not you. Fuck off.
Well, speak for yourself. I'm just.
Yeah, no, Danny, sorry, I didn't mean to say.
I mean, I don't hate him. I'm different.
That's all that tells me.
No offense, Danny Jones, but you know, let's be truthful.
Hang on, I'm a wrong-in.
Yeah.
That makes me laugh then.
Right, so
you
Babs,
cannot
you've not
talk
forgot
about
then, have
anybody
you?
being a
You've not
wrong-in,
forgot what
being the
Danny
biggest
actually
wrong-in
did then,
yourself.
no? Babs, you're just talking instead of listening. You
I
talk
don't
now.
have to
You talk now.
listen.
You do
You
that
talk
too.
now, listen, then let me talk, yeah?
Yeah, but I don't know why you want us to let you talk, because to be quite honest, and I'm not trying to be rude here,
No, we're being told
the
now
only
that Danny Jones is a
people
good
that
guy.
you're relevant to is probably Dave and Taffy right now. All of our audience, myself, Wendy, Babs, lots of people in the Tommy movement, they don't give a fuck what you think.
Yep, exactly. Because this man thinks he can tell me what to do. This man thinks that he can tell me who to support and who not to support. This
No,
man thinks
Babs.
he
If
can
you
tell
want
me
to
that I'm a
support
wrong-in
people
because
like
I
Danny
support
Jones,
other
they work
people.
hand in hand with hate, not hate, on bullshit hate campaigns built on lies and nonsense that makes patriots into paedophiles, then you do that, Babs.
What?
That just shows us what you're about.
What fucking patriots into paedophiles?
I'm
What
not
are
so
you
sure that I
talking
think Danny
about?
Tomo is a true patriot. He set people like himself, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
He's not a true patriot. I hate Danny Tomo. He set
We love Danny
everything up
Jones.
outside Downing Street.
We love Danny Jones,
When was
yeah?
it? This year.
I've lost count of how many paedophiles that Danny's
Right, where's the
actually
evidence that Danny Jones has anything to do with Hope Not Hate?
Pardon?
Where is the evidence that Danny has anything to do with Hope Not Hate?
There's plenty of videos of you sat with Danny and the other Hope Not Hate agents that was all eager to get in that book with your little
Yeah, but the
friend
same
Wendy
could be
Moser.
said for you lot, Tim.
Wait.
But hold on, Wendy. The same
Your
could be
friend
said for them
Wendy,
lots, Tim,
above
with
her
Kermit.
name, not
With him
Hope
picking
Not
up
Hate.
Kermit reporting easy.
Your friends are in the
That's
Hope
it.
Not Hate book.
Yeah, and your
And,
friend got locked
no,
somebody.
not my friends. It was never, ever, for one moment in time, my friends. You were sat with them for how long?
They're not Hope Not Hate though, you fool.
How long
What's
did you
the name of the book,
sit with
What is the
Wendy?
name in the book then? What is the name in the book?
Victoria.
What is Mandy's name in the
Hold on,
Hope Not
please,
Hate
Den.
book?
Victoria, you're in the
Your
side
friend.
chat. You knew Den before any of us knew Den, right? Yeah? Wasn't it at some point you lot were all in his team or something?
That's what
Wasn't
you mean.
it meant to be his team or something? And then everybody thought he was a bit of an arse?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, I understand that you was in a group with all them lot at one time on an equilibrium, that you were all equal.
With Danny Jones?
Yes, we were in a group with them. There you go.
No. Right. So they tried to infiltrate the Pendragons, now CMW, which was
Who's
attacking,
they?
which was attacking the King's Flag fraud until I got involved, or until Kaylee got involved for that matter. Now, when I heard that they dragged Tracy Blackwell in and Tracy Blackwell was now pumping around this bullshit, I got involved at that point. Now, when we did that, Danny Jones contacted CMW. Oh, I've got some evidence. I've got a court order that shows anybody that discusses this case could go on a sex offenders register. And he had all this other bullshit information about people like Kayla. Oh, she's been feeding beats to her kids.
What's
All
this
kind of shit.
group that you were in?
CMW.
Right, so Wendy, they were all in a group, and according to Victoria, they actually gave him screenshots of the scam.
It was CMW that
So it wasn't him that called it out, there were other people that called it out. And do you know what? As much as Danny Oakes-Jones gets on my tits, and he might get some of his fucking research upside down and inside out, at least he does research. I've never seen you do any
He
research.
made up reports himself
Yeah, he done the research on your fucking son, didn't he?
and made out it was
But
official
then you've
reports.
never, yeah, but even that takes dedication. I've never seen you research anything.
To mock reports like the government reports. Are you mad?
I have never
always
seen you research anything.
Oh, you're saying that Danny Jones is Hope Not Hate, are you?
Well, everyone's Hope Not Hate apart from Dan Target.
I'll be Hope Not Hate next minute. Fucking hell. Is Kaylee, your little friend, is she Hope Not Hate? You know, the one that you're communicating with right now?
Who is the person that brought that person forward, Babs? Was it not Jason Tyler? After the scam had been pulled down.
I don't
And the first show
You fucking secretary.
put together was to attack Team Robinson with yet another load of bullshit about Tommy poisoning his dogs, Tommy setting on fire to his cars, and all this other bullshit.
What? Well, you know what, then,
Well,
Sheridan?
well.
We've got a very different opinion on all of
Well,
that.
that's the good thing.
And it's all recorded then, and now we are where we are.
But you've got no evidence, you're just talking shit.
Exactly, it's mental.
The thing is, we have these
Yeah, we are where we are then. We are where we are.
We have these little chats. You deny stuff. I put evidence out. You look silly. Tuesday goes on 2 days breaks.
You know what? We're quite happy where we are. Yeah, we are where we are.
The common denominator is that you never have any evidence to go with your
But
bullshit.
you don't have any evidence then. I don't have any evidence from you then.
So shut your mouth.
Then you can understand that your mouth is not evidence.
Put his teeth back in. Fucking hell.
Then, where is
Who
your
are you
evidence?
fucking talking to?
Babs, wait a minute, love. Then, where's your evidence?
He hasn't got any.
What evidence would you like to see, Brenda?
Pardon?
What evidence would you like to see?
I'd like to see the evidence that Danny Jones is Hope Not Hate, and the Babs is Hope Not Hate, and the Tunes is Hope Not Hate.
Well, all we have to do is go to your live streams, Wonder, where you literally all discuss running about making reports to Hope Not Hate, which we will get to, don't worry.
And I'm not Hope Not Hate.
Nobody mentioned Babs. I sat with them all. On and off, flip-flopping.
Didn't he just say that Babs is Hope Not Hate?
Flip-flop
Yeah,
something.
you're right, Daddy. Listen, what I've come to realise is, right, he so badly needs to be a saviour of someone because he wants some recognition, right, that he will set up people on the right. He's a fucking nutter.
I've already had all the recognition I was due a long time ago when Jupiter.
What?
I've already had the recognition a long time ago. I've already had the recognition.
Yeah, but it wasn't good enough, was it? It wasn't good enough that you snatched all the evidence from Victoria
How many times
and brought out the fucking... Hold on, King's
Victoria.
Victoria brought nothing to the table, absolutely nothing. Danny Jones literally just brought a court order, which he's broken many times.
Yeah, they gave him the screenshot.
Musical chairs
Right?
after then.
It wasn't enough. It wasn't enough that after me calling out fucking Simon, Danny, with Moon, by the way, Simon, Danny, and all that him and Kaylee got themselves involved. Completely got themselves involved. And
I've been friendly with Simon as well.
You were calling them out. You were calling them out to do with other stuff. I called them out to do with Danny Tomo. You took it over, got yourself involved. I was quite happy with that. I was like, yeah, that's good. I ain't got to fucking talk about that no more. Then Ginger Tony went and sorted out Mandy Mosley. That's all finished with. But you live in the past because you want to be a hero.
No, I just...
But you're not a hero over here. You're a hero to Dave. You're a hero to fucking Taffy. And you're a hero to Kermit. Go back to the people that idolise you. We don't. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, it seems to be all right. Idolising
will let you dictate to them what
not being funny, but you wouldn't know anybody in the Team Tommy Robinson circle if you wouldn't been sat there with Wendy going through all that Clown World shit, all that Hope Not Hate bullshit, and you weren't exactly trying to blow it out the water. You were just having your own stupid shit too.
We
already had emails.
You've lied in the last 2 days.
We already had emails from certain people.
He wasn't agreed with
Yeah, we already had emails from certain people. I don't
Why
know.
did you lie the other day and say you weren't in agreement?
I don't know why you think you're better than everyone else when you're a silly little man.
Why would
Does
you
anybody, hold on, Wendy, I can put a bed to this. Does anybody else remember me debating Ali Darbar in Speaker's Corner before I even knew Wendy?
Yes.
Put
I
one
didn't
if you...
say that. I said, why did you say it? I wasn't in a group with
I
Zabida
haven't been
when
around
Blake
for as
was
long
in a
as
group
you
with
do,
Zabida.
so I don't... Well, I've never been in a group with Zabida. What are you on about?
Yeah, I told you so.
Are you sure now? Are you sure? Because you've literally, with your own mouth, already admitted it, Chief. So this is the thing with the truth. It's consistent. Because
I've admitted being in a group with Zubida. Me and Zubida don't talk to each other. We never have. Hang on a minute. Wasn't it Zubida who got you arrested, Jake?
Yes. Attached to you, Jupiter.
Yes, Babs. Yeah, I thought it fucking was. So why would you talk to someone like that?
I weren't important enough to remember, so I was just getting shown.
You're not important enough. I don't validate anything you say.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
Yeah,
What
that's all you
group
can
was
say.
she in with Sabida then?
Pardon?
What group was she in with Sabida?
Yeah, what was this group called?
Around all this Clown World shit. This is what makes me laugh. It's like, look at the people that was in the group, and then look at the accusation.
Where's your proof around all this Banwell shit?
I can
Where's your proof
people like Zabida not questioning it because it would suit their narrative, but why didn't you two?
Zabida had nothing to do with it. What are you talking
It
about?
took me all the 5 minutes to rip through their so-called evidence and pull it apart. Why did you not take you two for a boiling piss drinking?
I had other things to
The 9 months or however long you went through that shit.
Oh my God, he's making himself sound like
The
he's some
trouble is
sort of
with Den.
specialist. or
Wait a minute,
something.
guys. The trouble is with Den, he doesn't realise that people don't live for like the spoken word from Tommy, and there's other things to be found out.
Yeah.
Now, the fact that he really believes that Jupiter was in a fucking group with Zabida should tell us.
Where's his proof?
Yeah, it should tell us everything we need to know. And when he's got no questions that are viable, and when he can't get his own way, he just shouts out, "Hope not hate."
Well, I'll tell you what, we'll just go over the live with myself and Jupiter, where Jupiter admits it with her own mouth. How about that, Wendy? We'll get to all this, don't worry.
Saying all to do with Clanwell. So, now, are you alleging that Zubida and Clanwell were in bed together?
It's weird how you just put like words in my mouth that I didn't say.
Well, Wendy asked you what group. You said to do with Clanwell.
Right.
Right?
Right.
So, are you trying to say that Zubida was with Clanwell?
Well, you was all in the same group, so wherever she was, you was, obviously.
But we weren't in a group.
So where's the proof then?
You don't. I don't think you understand how Clanwell worked. It didn't work like that, you
I'm obviously
idiot.
generate videos.
It didn't work like that, you idiot.
Did it not? Bear in mind, you've seen everything that you
It wasn't a group where you all went in and sat and talked to each other. No, it wasn't like that.
But Zabida had nothing to do with it. What are you on about, Den?
Simply not true.
Yeah, have you got anyway? Can you bring evidence of this? I'd like to see evidence of this big claim.
Not only can I do that, Jupiter, I can do it in your own words. That'll probably be the best evidence.
No. Can you bring the evidence here? Go on, please. We're showing.
Yeah, your own words.
Yeah, we wait. Yeah.
All right, that's fine. I'll put them out for you. You can review what you want. You can do what you want. Not listening to me, is it?
What are you on about? You said you were going to get the evidence.
Yeah, I will do.
Well, get it then.
I'm not going to get it right now. I'm going to start sifting through a few hours of shit or whatever. I'll put it up for you.
So have you ever felt like going over to Hope Not Hate?
Have I? Well,
Yeah.
do that.
He's had preventer at his house. Of course he has.
Yeah, exactly.
He's been paid and bent. We all know what he is.
Yeah, okay. I've actually got evidence to put out whenever I fucking feel like it or whatever about how weak prevent are or whatever. At this moment in time, they're not bothering me, so I'm not going to fucking bother them.
I don't know and I don't care.
You make
It doesn't look good when they come at you with prevent as a weapon and you know more about prevent.
Why do you continually hang around us when we don't care what you say, what you think, or whatever? You can go over on dates, on your own show, and do exactly... Listen, you are Kaylee. You are the male Kaylee.
Yeah.
Don't you get it? We don't validate anything you say. No one respects what you say. And if Dave and Taffy do, that's their loss. Go over there and talk to them. We don't need you here in the side chat telling us what you think. Because at the end of the day, what you think is bullshit.
An audience for the past shit you lot have already done.
But you're not exposing anything because you're just talking rubbish then.
Well, you could say that, but then when people look at the evidence, they change their mind.
Where's the evidence?
You're talking about...
Where's the evidence?
Well, it's fine. You say there isn't any evidence. Like the last few times you've all had to take 2-day breaks and stuff. You said shit doesn't happen. Then I put out the videos where it did happen. Then you take 2 days break.
You put out videos. Hang on, Dan. Put out videos that could hardly be heard because you're driving around in a car because you're not allowed to do it from home, right?
I'm not allowed to do it from home.
Believe me, it cannot be heard. I don't know if you ever listened back to the videos you put out.
When you're not being funny, but you've reviewed a video with nobody else could hear it for over an hour. Are you talking to me about technology?
I'm telling you about your videos. Yeah, I don't mind
saying. I do
mess up like that. But every video I put out isn't like in a car because I can't do it at home, and then it's not audible anyway.
Well, I've got a busy life, and like you went to...
Yeah, right, we're fuck off and have a 2-day break then.
Yeah. It's unfortunate for you, Jeepo, that you keep attracting all these Hope Not Hate agents, isn't it? It's just weird. Like Graham Paddy when he was in your chat.
Let me put it on the record now. Let me put it on the record then. If Wendy's Hope Not Hate, I will still talk to her. She doesn't know my life. She doesn't know who I talk to. She doesn't know anything. So even if she's Hope Not Hate, I will still talk to her. If Moon is Hope Not Hate, I will still talk to her. She doesn't know my life. She doesn't know who I talk to. It's not relevant to me. It's not relevant. I'm sitting on a panel. It's not the real world, you dumb cunt.
Even when you've been shown that somebody actually is and they've been covered up for on live and all that by people like that, you still cover up with your Facebook. So I wouldn't expect any difference now, to be honest.
But I'm not hope, not hate. Who's hope, not hate then?
How long was you sat with that crowd of wrongings that was chucking?
All right, so you're talking about, so you're talking about Mandy Mosley, you're talking about Clown World, you're talking about...
Danny Boyle.
Yeah, but Wendy, let's just be honest about it. He talks to Luke. He ain't got a problem with Luke, even though Luke was really friendly with Mandy and Athena. Even Dave has been in side chats where Mandy and Athena are and not been bothered by it. I don't understand what your problem is then.
Well, not being funny, but there's only certain people who have sat there and made up the bullshit and spouted the bullshit, platformed the bullshit, and added things to it.
Mandy and Athena have never been on, been on my panel. Mandy and Athena have never ever been on my panel. Stop lying.
I didn't say that. How many times has Wendy shared panel and people pushing this shit? I don't know,
wait a minute. Pushing what shit?
You made out Danny Tomo was a nonce for having sex.
No, I didn't.
Anytime he changed it,
Where's the evidence? Can we have the evidence of this?
Get the evidence.
The evidence is already on my channel for the last 2 days.
Yeah, can you quickly go and get it then, please, and we'll play it?
Yeah, go and have a look yourself.
Because I remember you doing all this and saying that she said all this, and I thought, oh well, that's it. When she's disgusting, and then when you played it, she never said it, did she?
Yeah, she did.
She didn't.
Yeah, she did.
Go and get it and bring it, and we'll listen to it.
Hi, Clown. Hi, guys.
Hiya, you right?
Yeah, all good. So, what's going on, guys? What's this? What have you come to tell us all now?
Oh, Clown's telling us something that...
Right. I've heard you say something about an email, Clown. Now, I never received that email. Could there be a reason, or... I don't know.
In what exactly?
Why I didn't receive the email that you're talking about?
The email came today.
Today?
Today.
Okay. I haven't looked, actually, to be honest. I'll go and have a look in a minute.
Have a look. That's supposed to be, you need to remember that emails which he's sending to, I don't know how many thousands of supporters. So once he click actually send, the people will be receiving in the next 24 hours. So you might be basically one on the end of the queue or whatever. Because I think that's how they work.
They send our in bulk mailing list, they send it in time. So they send it in bulk, so they'll come in batches. So there can't be that many people that must have not received it now. Probably don't know the course of an hour or so. Every circulate. So one probably has the email somewhere. But if you tell them what was in the email, if you tell her, because I think she would try to get on, so she might not know the email.
Well, so in the email there was an invoice attached. On this invoice, when you basically zoom at the invoice, the date been altered. So when you compare the numbers 2 from the date with the numbers 2 with the number 2 from the reference, basically these two numbers, they go completely different font. The numbers from the date, they are like squeezed down. Then number 4 basically is different than number 4 in the reference as well. And then you can see clear cut line of about the date, and this basically the frame with the date is just overlapping letter G. So it's clear indication then the date, there was a new date literally placed onto that invoice.
Right, and what is it? What's the invoice? What is the amount on the invoice?
£4,000 plus VAT.
What, and he wants an email out asking us to do it for him?
Yeah, £4,000, yeah.
No, do you know what I'll do? Yeah, I'll just go in my back garden and pick it off the money tree.
Can I pop in? I would love some.
Yeah, come round, Clown. Come round, you come and get
I'll bring a bucket, I will bring a bucket. I need some few pennies in there.
Yeah, so do I.
Don't tell Tommy that you've got a mini tree in your back garden. He might
chop the tree.
He might come and protect you from Muslims. You might think your house needs guarding.
Yeah, but the whole point is basically I don't know how many people basically picking this up, but what I'm doing really, but I cannot
Dock someone on your in your own name, though. Yeah. You want to be careful.
Yeah,
with
I
that,
have
'cause
docked
people can
someone.
put
I've docked someone that I've warned time and time and time again to leave me alone. Question, clown. I heard through the grapevine that there was an email begging for £10,000. Now this is another one I've not received, but I don't know if that was actually true. I don't know who I heard it from, but I did hear it.
Yeah, that was well, he did send on numerous occasions the email asking to support his Telford live screening of this episode 5, and that was attached copy of some sort of email or the numbers when they tried to basically estimate how much everything will cost, like a steward, like I say, the screen. I think twice they done it twice. Some audio technician. But all together, when you sum all the basic numbers which they present in the email, that is over £10,000.
Right.
I don't understand why he needs a screen. Why can't he release the documentary online the night before the match and the next day have a match? Because that way you will save. No, but you'll save a lot of money because then screens and everything that costs a lot of money. You don't need to know about
people there anyway. And that's not dissing, Tommy. You know I said, clown. I haven't come out and literally said I'm not supporting Tommy, yeah? And got nothing to do with Tommy, why I think it's going to be a flop. There's 2 reasons. Well, actually, there's 3 reasons I think it will be a flop. 1, it's not long after Christmas. 2, it's the wrong time of year. It's going to be fucking freezing up there next weekend, yeah? And 3, people just haven't got the money. I mean, the local people.
This is it, Babs. The majority of the working class people that he claims to represent and that support him are really struggling with their finances, considering it's winter with the heating bills, the electricity bills. They're finding it difficult to keep
I would have
their
to go
house warm.
in a hotel overnight. Do you know what I mean? There's no. I could do it in a day, but it would be a long, exhausting day. So
you'll be shattered.
Yeah.
Because if it finishes at 5, and by the time you make it back to the train station and whatever, unless you get a lift with somebody in a car that drives back.
And I would have had to have left at 6 in the morning. So, I mean, I've done days like that before, but I don't know. They're long days, they're hard days.
I think,
but people need to understand this Telford screening, the basically Telford thing is just only basically to just what he wants to basically achieve. He wants to achieve the obviously massive numbers in then. He wants to use the footage from the numbers he wants to basically put all together and just show the people that he still have a support, because people refusing to donate.
Yeah, I think you might be right there. I think he might be testing the waters to see how much support, because he wants to do EDL 2.0, doesn't he? He wants to go around the country.
That won't happen. That won't happen.
Matches.
That won't happen.
It won't happen. Why not?
EDL won't happen because from the old EDL, I think there's just only few people which they agreed to actually maybe take part in it. But majority of the people which they've been part of the main circle of the EDL in the past, they refusing. They literally left him.
What do you mean? Obviously, Helga was old, so she can't really do the admin side. But we got Jupiter. She can take care of the administration.
Well, Jupiter won't even go to Telford.
She's got 9 O levels, so I'm sure she should be there.
I don't think so.
No.
Well, she go online and show them.
Yeah.
Well,
so she can take care of that side of it. And then I'm sure we'll have other volunteers that can do stuff.
Don't think
so. And then the men, Dave Smith can show his face and come out to a demonstration. Rather than talking.
It's just an online supporter, isn't it? She's not even attending any demonstration, Tommy demonstration, or any. She wasn't even once in Telford. She only
went Belmarsh. She said she went Belmarsh.
Yeah, but that was her son in there. You see, there's the difference. At the same time, when Tommy was in there, her son was in there.
Yeah.
So you don't know really who she was supporting.
She went for the visit, and
Maybe she just come out accidentally, from the visit.
Before the visit.
Yeah.
So while they were doing the demonstration, she nipped off for an hour to see her son, and then come back and join the crowd. Is that what you saying, Clown?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. You never know. With her, it's just everything what she just actually says is just completely lies. So
yeah, because I wasn't really aware of her at the time, or was knowing what was going on with Speaker's Corner. Or maybe I did. Maybe I didn't pay as much attention to Speaker's Corner that I do now. So maybe I missed it. All Dukes turning up, but yeah, I don't know about that. So
when Jupiter was on at Speaker Corners, I only know about one occasion when she was in the Speaker's Corners, and that was when Hatun was in there, and Tommy was handing the flowers and the chocolates. She stand reaching.
But you missed the point where she got beaten up by Isabella.
Did she?
Oh yeah, we didn't.
Yeah, that's on camera. That's on camera.
Really?
Yeah, and there's another
has anyone seen this?
There's another time she's arguing with Jedi. There's another time where she made a fool out of herself, arguing with Ali Dawa. There's another time where she stood by a racist, Brendan, while he's calling people monkeys, and Hector stood next to her.
Really?
They actually supporting Braden. Yeah, all this.
Whoa, I missed it. Oh my days.
Come on, Clown. You claim to be a researcher.
I cannot believe it.
But
I never was interested in Jupiter. That's the whole thing. Is they just claiming. They just claiming that basically, just we harassing them. We're doing this. We're doing that. But I just literally never was interested into what she got to say, because whatever she spat from her mouth is just bullshit.
No. Them videos are there, and I've never searched for them myself. I've seen them where other people have uploaded them. Other people that are part of this YouTube circle have uploaded the videos. I've actually never gone in and searched for any of them videos, but they've come across because people have played them on these streams. So I've 100% seen them. Babs and Naduki probably can verify it. They've probably seen them as well.
Which one? I need to look at just for fun.
Which one, Ghost? Which one are you talking about?
Yeah, which one?
All the ones I mentioned. The Ellie Dawa, the one standing next to Braden while he's calling people monkeys, and she's advocating for Braden.
Or the time when she called Maku the N-word a couple of times, and Maku told her she knows what time it is?
Yeah, but that was on a stream, wasn't it? That wasn't in Speaker's Corner, was it?
I'm not sure.
We're on about her appearances. We're on about her appearances at Speaker's Corner, because Clown was saying that she's only been once, and we were basically saying no, she's been most of the time. So Jupiter, we're not hating on you. We're just talking the truth.
Well, I don't think even if I would be drunk, I would actually hit on her.
It is, isn't it? Sorry. It is. We can't now say, we're not going to talk about it, because it's happened. It's something that's happened. Do you understand?
So, Ghost, what is your opinion on all this hope not hope shit?
Well, as far as I'm concerned, I'll give you. I'm glad you asked that question, because then I'm not propagating it. I'll give you my opinion. Yeah, people are acting.
It goes when this posted a link. When this posted a link in the chat.
Also, Clown, you can see a link in the chat. I can't play, but if anybody else wants to play, that's got a computer.
I don't want to break this stream. It's going so well, so let's not watch.
All right, so what I'm gonna say is my opinion on all this Clown World business. First of all, people are acting out like that. That speaking to hope, not hate, is the worst thing in the world. It's like being a traitor, someone committing treason. Behave yourselves, man. Do I think hope, not hate is worse than Tommy Robinson and his crew? No, I don't. So if I'm gonna allow people, well, I'm not allowing anybody, but if I'm gonna be okay with people that support Tommy Robinson and stuff like that, then those that want to go to Hope Not Hate for help or whatever, good on them. I actually think that Tommy Robinson is worse than Hope Not Hate. So when people are making a big deal out of somebody going to Hope Not Hate, I don't see it as a big deal, Because I
Interesting to see what Ghost actually knows about Hope Not Hate. Biggest grifters going. Myself and Umbrella exposed Hope Not Hate a long time ago.
see Tommy Robinson a lot worse than what Hope Not Hate are now. I really don't know much about Hope Not Hate, to be honest with you.
Exactly.
But if they...
Yeah.
Hello. Just talk amongst yourself for a minute, whatever.
Oh my God. Have you got no kids then? Do you know,
Do you know what's really funny, Wendy, right? He says he's worried about Hope Not Hate agents, yet he's been bigging up Ghost and defending him all over the place.
he hasn't, has he?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
He's making wild accusations that I was in groups with Zabida when I've never been in groups with Zabida. Meanwhile, he was really close to Zabida, sitting on Zabida's panel for a while.
Was he? I didn't know that.
Another lie, Wenda. You ran in while I was having a perfectly good discussion with Zabida, and you ran in with a video that he was given, a Hope Not Hate video, funny enough. Play this. Rick outside. Dennis Hogan outside a fucking mosque. Didsbury Mosque, blah, blah, blah. You not remember that, Wenda?
Yep. Him and Kaylee were very friendly with Zabida for a while, weren't you, Dan?
I've sat with Zabida once, when your friend Wenda decided to, Zabida must see this video. Yeah, we'll hear it, we'll add it, whatever.
He's really got this big in his body. He thinks he's... You say, Dukes, that he's not in the so-called movement, right? But he behaves like he's the leader.
That's because he's a fantasist. The sad thing is, right, that this bloke doesn't understand that this is just YouTube where ordinary people share their opinions. And that the tribalism that he wants to create is not helping anyone. The division doesn't help anybody. Now, don't get me wrong. If you were to do something that was really, really fucking bad, that I thought affected me or people like, or Tommy in a bad way, I wouldn't want to talk to you because I think, well, what did you do that for? But that's personal and down to every individual. Some other people might say, well, I don't care, that's nothing to do with me, I didn't do it. You know, I don't understand what Ben's problem is. Seriously. I talk to people that actually dislike fucking Tommy Robinson.
But
do you know that a lot of the Tommy movement talk to people that don't like Tommy Robinson? Do you know that people actually come to unite the kingdom and Day of Freedom even when they don't like Tommy Robinson, but they like what he says? Den doesn't know how to compartmentalise because Den is autistic and so is his children. And he should be spending a lot more time guiding them through life than he is.
I'd rather my children be autistic than beat the shit out of your grandkids, like your son did.
Yeah, but it's a bit weird the way you go on about autistic fucking children and autistic people all the time or whatever.
Well, no, I think autism is the reason that you're like you are, where you can't remember things and you go back.
Yeah, but if you're ever calling people fucking...
I've not got autism.
Right, all this fucked up shit, referring to people with disabilities.
You got the evidence there,
You're the carer of, yeah?
You got the evidence.
All I said was that you've got autism and your children have got autism. You think that you would be being the father that you're meant to be, helping them through life.
Now, as well as a bullshitter, yeah?
You said it. You're the one who said that you had autism and so as your kids on live streams.
I've never said I've got autism in the life.
Yeah, you did.
Just you talking. Right, let's see that evidence while I'm
and I think it's blatantly obvious where they got it from.
Don't find that evidence in my life. I mind them. That's just another lie, isn't it?
You still not seen that fucking video? Jesus Christ.
I'm being funny, but isn't Jupiter the carer of her brother with severe disabilities or whatever? Listen to the fucking names and shit she comes out with people with disabilities. Fucking hell. If that is a carer of someone with severe disabilities, that is a fucking crying shame.
Look, unfortunately, a lot of it's on you, Wendy. A lot of it's on you.
I don't care what your opinion is on me.
Not being funny, but she's on fucking YouTube how many hours a day? She doesn't even get time to deal with her own kids. Never mind look after somebody with severe fucking needs. What the fuck?
Yeah, especially when you've got autism and you get stuck on points all the
never be an
time.
issue, is it?
I'm not lying, though. I really don't care what your opinion is on me, then.
My opinion.
None of us do, and nor does our audience.
Like I said,
I don't know what he thinks he's doing over here. If he thinks he's actually doing something for the Tommy movement, you're not. Let that be known.
What are you doing for the Tommy movement? You turned up to an event.
Are you coming over here? Wendy, I hope that hate doesn't help anybody.
No, I know I'm not nothing to do with Hope Not Hate, so you can fuck off then. It doesn't really bother me.
So, you know, where I entered or whatever, you kind of jumped away from that or whatever. Now, you did say that, oh, well, Kaylee said this and Kaylee said that. She's going to infiltrate the riot, this, that, and the other.
Yeah.
So that makes me Hope Not Hate, yeah?
Yeah. We sat with her for long enough. Some people said you shut
Yeah.
Right, so...
I mean, there was rumours that you left
The
your
only way
wife.
that would give you any validity, yeah, is if I didn't say maybe tell Ginger Toner and Danny Roscoe, people like that, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately for your fat ass, you did, so try again.
So now you want Ginger Tony and Danny Roscoe to validate you.
Well, that's by all means, silly fun.
Yeah.
Not many people watching you, Jupiter.
I don't know what this skinny fat tooth arsehole is talking to me about. I mean, have you ever seen him? He looks like he needs a fucking good wash. You need to change your fucking clothing style.
Jupiter, you went to church.
Your haircut's coming like
I've never even known that possible. I thought everyone just got big to what's wrong? Sure.
You know?
Actually, you know, it was me that sat on here a few weeks ago and told everyone that Clown World was definitely working with Hope Not Hate and Nat Nichols and blah, blah, blah. So what the fuck are you on about then?
Why have you not come out and told us all the shit, all the dirt, Wenda?
I have.
Since you came away from it. You haven't. What have you
I
told us?
have.
What have you told us which we didn't already know, which I
The only person I've told is Jupiter.
So he told us nothing. You told the royal we nothing that happened. Just more bullshit.
Well, the people that need to know, no, you don't.
Yeah, in other words, nothing at all.
You're not in the Tommy movement, so there's no reason for you to know. There's no reason for you to know. There's no reason.
So you're not important enough to know anything. And you can't be trusted either, because you'll make a video on it.
I'll make a video and people start lying one day.
You make videos on anything that anyone says.
No, there's been lots of
What was the title of your video today? Yeah, Juba can take a rest. I thought, huh? What the fuck's that about? You have nutty names for your videos.
Yeah, Wendy Wu. Oh, sorry.
You can do like nearly 80 videos of
I read your Bill's comment.
about nutty videos.
What's happened? You went to Hope Not Hate?
Yeah, I have. And I don't care who knows it. I honestly don't give a fuck. Enough's enough, Jupiter.
Everybody now knows it.
Enough. It's not just on behalf of my daughter. It's on behalf of everybody who they have used either their sexuality or their religion or their skin colour.
Bear in mind, this is from the fucking scummy little bitch who has just changed it to, I called her Gannett. I called Janet Gannett. No, he didn't. You're on fuck knows how many videos calling her fucking Tranet. Yeah? Oh, she looks like a man, blah, 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 this, that, and the other. Yeah? And then you want to use that same card on other people. You drugged up, toothless cunt.
Just berate and abuse them on here.
Hope Not Hate. Advocate here. Sat on Jupiter's panel. What the fuck?
Well, because, you know,
Well,
there are new laws
Speak
to
up.
protect people. There are.
We
So
can go over this on the one-to-one tomorrow,
some
Jupiter.
people
I
to get
bet you
angry
run
and
away
say
from it.
things, crack on, I couldn't really give a shit. But when you are a parent and you are installing Nazi mindsets into your kids, you're going to get looked into. That's what Prevent and all that is all about. So that's what I've been doing.
Go on, Jupiter. What have you got to say about that? Let's see.
For how long?
For how long?
Yesterday, because I've let it go and let it go and let it go, and then
I bet she's been at it for fucking ages.
They'll think they're so smart. They'll think they're so big and hard. They think they're all clever. Not one of these fucking slags will ever come and say anything to my daughter or my sons or me. But they'll sit online with the most abusive crap. And Dave thinks he's so fucking clever. We already have his name. I'm not putting it out. But there were 3 names given for him. So those names have gone. A link to his channel, a link to his TikTok, screenshots of his abuse. Because we've got to protect the kids, haven't we? So we've got to protect the kids from fucking Nazis, haven't we? Because that's what they are. The whole group of them. You can tell.
Question for the room. Does this one sound like a mentally ill, drug-fueled lefty? Yes or no?
I can't disagree with you, to be honest. They've been attacking disabled, they've been attacking blacks, and they've been attacking, and they've been
Muslims.
Okay, Jupiter. So Esau's not done that, yeah? Esau's not done that at all, has he? Yeah? Okay, cool.
Muslims, and they've been, I can't disagree with you, to be honest.
And it's the same people, because I remember the places where certain people were. Taffy, for instance. And then you got your CAMs and your Shell UKs, all far right, all fucking Nazis. But, you know, Bleeding Heart was shut down. Bleeding Heart's a troll, Bleeding Heart's a cunt. But no, she was right.
Was she right when she was doxing kids with disabilities then? Yeah? Was she right then? Is that okay with you lot, yeah? Okay.
And that's like, when I said to you, when I went over to start speaking to Bleeding, I never ever regretted that decision. Because she was on the right side of history.
These cunts are birds of a feather and they will flock together. Dirty fucking kiddie doxing wrong'uns.
These cunts aren't.
Jupiter, you need to sort your fucking head out. What the fuck are you doing here, these cunts?
All their little groups, all the mischief and filth and dirt that they get up to towards minorities. And then you watch them all start singing. When they rake 1 or 2 in, you watch them all start singing.
Yeah.
Because don't forget, a lot of these people are also the ones who are trying to stop.
Well, what, Jupiter? You've just done a show with Ginger Tony, going on about all these horrible rats that run off to Hope Not Hate, and now the one that you're actually sat with and defending 24/7 has just told you, yeah, I've just run off making reports to fucking Hope Not Hate. You seem okay with it?
Tommy Robinson talking about serious issues in this country. Yep, because they are.
It was literally days ago that Moon was going on about everyone needs to forget about all this Tommy stuff, blah, 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 come away from whatever and concentrate on fucking real life and this, that and the other. What a fucking weird cunt of a woman. Or is it a woman? Who'd know? Sounds like it could be either, couldn't it?
Extreme.
Right. Yes.
Apple don't fall far from the tree, does it?
I agree with you. I agree. They're not helping Tommy Robinson.
You think you
They pretend. They pretend. But they don't. They're the ones that actually hate Muslims.
Yeah.
After the... Oh, man. I'll save all this for the one-to-one.
Whereas Tommy Robinson is talking about the scripture and how it's the extremists are causing us problems.
Extremists like Esau, extremists like Moon, yeah? Are they not included?
Anyone who isn't white, Christian and straight should be thrown in the ovens according to these disgusting bastards.
And you, Moo?
Yeah, all race traitors, all mixed race kids, yeah.
Yep.
Well, I've got to be honest, man. You've got more guts than me, because I wouldn't have gone to rape not 8.
No, nobody on this side would.
For me,
shows you what side she's on, Jupiter.
I don't know. When I talk to certain people, and then I realised, like on here, because I'd never known anything like it until I came on here, and it started with Penny Powell and the video that her and that other div put up, where they were seriously. Their claims were that these trans people should be killed, basically. And yeah, I did kick off about it, but not on here. I private messaged her. I didn't bring anything online, and said that it was absolutely disgusting. And you know, I said that's like picking on your kid because he wears glasses. You know, you've got to stop this shit. But Penny had always said that we all know that she got in with Mark Collette and all that. She wanted to get coffee with him and all that. And then when it all come out, and Busker was going after her, she then said that she decided that it wasn't for her, blah, blah, blah. But actually, yeah, it was. I don't believe she ever left that. Because she went on then to be doing what all these far-right Nazis do, and in her opinion, people should be killed. You know, it's laughable when she says that her own kid is disabled. And he's going to go on the fire as well, love. Now, she denied all that. And she come on, didn't she, getting all involved in the argument and sat there lying.
She just said another kid's going to go in the fire.
I have the fucking text message
Classy,
where
this
she
one,
messaged me apologising.
Pure class.
So it did fucking happen. And this is what I mean, the lies that I've had to sit through. It's fucking unbelievable.
Lies you've had to make and manufacture.
And I will put that conversation up.
It's unreal.
But I still never fell out with her as such. She was worried that Nix and Lou was going to find out that we had fallen out. And I said to her, well, I'm not saying anything online. I'm letting you know I'm fucking fuming and upset. But she immediately had run off to Telegram to talk about my daughter. You see? And then the fat slag sits there whinging about her child. She put her child on YouTube. She made him a channel and invited all her creepy, weirdo, adult friends to sub. She was even selling T-shirts with his fucking face on. So don't talk to me about your child. So all this mounts up.
It's sad. It's hard when you see people fall through the cracks in society. But I don't think that he's just worked out that his friends are not his friends. He thinks that they're his friends. They don't know about him. For him, he's just a pawn in a silly game. And he decided to go with the wrong people. What can you do?
Possibly my daughter, maybe. How the hell did he get that info? He overheard her in the background when I was talking to her.
Oh, Easy's saying it seems like my family don't matter because he got doxed as well. No one said your family don't matter.
Oh, fuck
Easy at all.
Stop attention seeking, Ricky. Sorry, I can't stand that man.
So he's saying that Angela, Ricky and someone else done it. I don't know.
Yeah, show us the proof and make sure you got proof this time. But anyway, it's about Rodney now.
He's threatening Kaz again. Who's threatening Kaz?
Easy, I think.
Oh, God.
Ricky.
What's he doing that for?
Short memories.
I honestly think a lot of these people do a lot of this stuff for attention now.
He does. Yeah, but he does.
He get views for their shows.
He does.
Yes.
He's always been like that. But I would leave it because Kaz will tell you to mind your own business. Let her sort it out. She don't like people getting involved, so don't. I only give my personal opinion. I don't like Easy. He's a fucking horrible bastard. That's my personal opinion. I don't like him. He's a mole.
Oh my God, he's accusing someone else of having his kids' pictures. Fuck's sake, how many people does he think has had his kids' pictures?
Kitty doxers. And I've got the proof. Doxers. Kitty doxers. And I've got the proof. I mean, that's a joke. So when I've got Tommy Robinson supporters abusing my kids, I don't give a fuck about me. But they started on my daughter. So where am I meant to go? Am I meant to go to Tommy Robinson and say, wait, can you sort your fucking supporters out?
They're abusing my daughter in your name. You won't give a shit. Won't give a shit. See, that was another thing. The website that organisation website that I was given is not funded by Hope Not Hate. Jupiter said that. And then she said, I thought you said that. No. Why would I? Because it's not. But then she asked me for Hope Not Hate's fucking phone number. So I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? Right? Don't fucking hang me out to dry. It's fucking wrong. It's wrong. Everyone is sick of the abuse. And then everybody, well, decent people, have had it up to the fucking neck, will eventually go for help. And I said to people ages ago, forget the old bill, go to organisations, because they're the ones who get balls rolling with further authorities. Brian Hill thinks that he's a big mouth fucking clever clogs. And he thinks that I keep saying that I call the police on 500 people. No. No, Brian. I called the old bill on you for your fucking abuse. Because you're a dog. You're another ginger dog. Full of shit, full of lies. You spoke about my kids. You spoke about my dead husband. And you lied about me. You broke the law. You lied about Easy. You lied about bleeding. You've lied about everyone. Threatened and abused everyone. And I'm supposed to give a shit. Yeah, Tina it was, but she could have rung me. She could have rung me. I said, listen, don't worry about it, because I've already spoke to Ginger last night, and then we could have let Hell know. But no, you go and tell everyone, Jupiter. Well done. You know, fuck me. Friends like that, who needs enemies? So,
I can tell him facts. I feel it's devilish because I've been to hell and back.
Bleeding makes reports to prevent.
I have no idea who prevent are.
Who gives a fuck, man?
No, Esau, 1 second. Yeah. Prevent an organization that have been used to de-radicalize people. So they if you think somebody is extreme in their views, you report. Many Muslims that are
so is Tommy, some people in Tommy's camp. Tommy's camp
is very extreme. But a lot of people have been reported to prevent that are not even extreme. Like if you, for example, go into your school and say like,
so what can they do to you? What can they do to you?
No, I don't know. Well, it can go all the way to social. So, for example, you go and say, I don't want my child being taught LGBTQ or being taught a certain religion. The school might think, oh, well, you're extreme, you. They can report you to prevent. Prevent can get social involved, and they can go through stages of getting you locked up or getting your...
That's a good thing. That's a good thing, bro.
No, but they can take your kids off you. You cannot even be extreme.
If you got extreme views, you should have the kids taken off you. You can't be around telling you to kill.
Yeah, but...
Bang on. Ghost. Esau is fucking hell. He's one of the worst ones, and he is around kids teaching them how to say nonce as the fucking first words. Madness.
Excellent. I promise you, if there was such a thing in Ireland, I'd be fucking reporting one particular person because, do you know what I mean? But I've never reported. I don't even know what Prevent is.
Fucking liar.
Never reported anybody.
Basically, it's Hope Not Hate. It prevents Hope Not Hate.
I reported Seaman Lord to Hope Not Hate.
Not the government might be thinking that they're doing good, but they're just opening a whole can of worms with having people like Prevent there. Because Prevent are not there to do the right job. Every parent can have their own concerns, and where Prevent come into it, and they I think they're more extreme than the people you're probably reporting because they're nuts, man.
Well, I don't like the idea of that sort of secret police, like do you know what I mean? Like,
I think they're more extreme than the people you're probably reporting because they're nuts, man.
Well, I don't like the idea of that sort of secret police, like do you know what I mean? Like, I don't think it's right that people can report people. Like, you know, you find it anyway that people do it. Like, if they're jealous, envious,
People like you.
they're bitter, you'll find that people will report other people to social services, to social welfare.
They can report you bleeding for saying your IRA. They can report Esau for saying he's homophobic. You know, all sorts. And, you know, certain time Prevent might be obliged to take action. And, you know, it's not nice.
Yeah. I would never do anything like that. Unless it was...
Unless it's not homosexual. I mean, that Batty boy in the chat. Like him and a few other Batty men on YouTube. To seal his uncle...
Yeah, absolutely.
Those up. But I didn't hold up.
And I'm going to find out if we do have such a thing in Ireland because, like, I didn't even know that was a thing.
No.
So Stephen Lord told me that he worked for Hope Not Hate, and I said, "Well, I'm going to send them a video." Like,
lies.
Simon's worked for Hope Not Hate.
You're a liar.
Exactly, that's what he claimed.
That is calling you an agent in the chat.
All over there.
There are no lies are meant to be part of Hope. To prevent counterterrorism, but they're more to prevent extremism. And what extremism is like subjective. So they can consider you not wanting certain things for your children as extreme. You know, it can be all sorts. You being a Tommy Robinson supporter can be extreme because Tommy is extreme. So, you know, extremism is subjective. Anything that you can report, prevent can be extreme, man. So you need to be careful.
Right. He has a video that he says is proof that I report people to Prevent.
So?
You didn't know what Prevent is?
I actually have no idea, but
he means Hope Not Hate. He's drunk to get his wire sister ignore him.
Well, apparently I'm spelling out. I must have read an article or something.
Two different things.
This is the part where Bleeding crashes into the truth, the facts, and the evidence.
What's happening? Not to get makeup shit to make it sound worse than what it is. This is Emma Bleach exactly the same.
Definitely government.
I'll make up some weird lies.
There is a link being shared. Unfortunately, I can't play anything.
I can play it. I'm happy to play it because I'll probably be able to remember what it was that I was saying.
So if you want to play it,
let's see what the city boy Dan Carrigan is up to.
It doesn't help if you're talking over.
It is for making 2 times 2, 50. Let's see.
Okay. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
Go.
Prevent, PREVENT in capital letters, visited him. You should make sure that James, you need to have a photograph of Rick to show the police. They will be able to identify him.
It's in that video.
In the video that you shared, I shared the link to the video with you as well, Sean.
Yeah, it's in that video. Well, he sat and told us that the police didn't care about what he said to that man. They didn't even take details.
When the police come, Sean, and you make your statement, tell them you want counter-terrorism involved in them.
Oh my God.
I honestly did not know.
There goes the king.
Shit.
Counter-terrorism, dupes.
And they are trying to extract information out of people online.
Waterboarding.
Counter-terrorism. Oh my God.
Oh, okay, I didn't know that.
So they're sending fucking terrorists to my fucking door.
Yeah, tell them that you want anti-terrorism informed of this incident when you make your statement.
Yeah, you tell him, Jukes.
Right, Rapid Man is restreaming.
Oh my God.
Right, right? Stick the copyright disclaimer on.
There. Bleeding.
Okay, yeah. Hold on, wait 1 minute.
End the stream. End the stream. End the stream. Start a new one. Make it private immediately.
Okay, can you just pause it for
Where is that from? That's from months ago.
Pause it for 1 second.
Okay. There you go.
What was that in context to then doorstepping Sean?
Yeah.
Absolutely, it was, yeah. And look, I completely
Obviously, a prevent and counter terrorism issue, innit? Fucking hell.
forgot about that, but
You can use 101, you know. They'll just laugh at you as well.
clearly I didn't know who the prevent were, but somebody told me about them. So, and I didn't understand.
Well, I don't think so. You was no prevent, but you were saying that you should contact terrorism. Oh my God.
Look, it was high drama.
What you saying?
High drama.
Counter-terrorism over what? You know, someone's got triggered over what Sean said. You know, there's two men dealing with stuff. You know, maybe Dan was a bit crazy going to his house. But to call counter-terrorism, you people have no sense of responsibility, man.
And then lying about it, saying, oh, I've never even heard of it. Lying sack of fucking dog shit she is. This is the IRA supporter who's literally admitted with her own mouth she supports the fucking IRA.
That is just going extreme. That is just next level. Yeah, you don't like him for what he did.
Yeah, but hold on. There's further context to that because that would have been somebody else.
Carry on.
You want further context, I'll put the whole video out, it's not a problem.
We'll listen to full context.
Well, I mean, context beforehand, like.
Oh my gosh.
I think I've got an hour and 27 minutes, something like that, video, full context. I'll put that out if you like.
Lils, yes, right, let me have a look, put that up. So lots of people here tried to expose Clown, and you were not here, Dan. I learned everything over here from us.
No, so, you learned everything over here from us.
Sheila, yeah, I learned everything, yeah. So you are only repeating...
90% of the time I've been banned on this account.
Wait. You are repeating what you learned from Lils and different people.
Yes, and he gets it right.
Doesn't mean shit.
He gets it also.
It's been around. I'm pretty sure it's part of me, isn't it?
So, can you see Victoria's comment, Wendy?
Yeah.
So that is what it is as well.
They're just trying to stop you gaining popularity along other influencers, Jupiter.
You could have done that yourself.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah.
And look what it's been like from day dot. Jealous men.
Jealous. Look at that. You get there on the 26th.
Realistically,
You get there on the 26th.
You've got a little fucking...
Couldn't you get there on the 26th?
Somewhere I won't live.
Couldn't you get there on the 26th?
You've got 8 kids. What?
Couldn't you get there on the 26th?
I've never been online having to fucking moan about fucking children's shoes or whatever.
So I've not been online moaning that I can't afford my children's shoes.
That's what Wendy said. Remember Wendy?
That you're meant to be helping them through life.
Now as well as a bullshitter.
He comes out with...
He's doing over here. If he thinks he's actually doing something for the Tommy movement, you're not.
Couldn't you get there on the 26th?
You've got 8 kids. What?
Couldn't you get there on the 26th?
I've never been online having to fucking moan about fucking children's shoes or whatever.
So I've not been online moaning that I can't afford my children's shoes.
That's what Wendy said. Remember Wendy? You watched that live. You can't say you didn't because you...
No, I didn't watch that live.
Well, that's what Wendy said. So.
Look, whatever I said when I'd fallen out with you, I take back. It was all lies.
Because you're vile, horrible. If you're
I'm vile. I'm fucking horrible. Yeah, I don't mind.
Why would
I don't mind you saying I'm vile and I'm horrible because you're vile and you're horrible. And you went and knocked on Sean's door.
In any way, shape, or form with any
and you took your dog and you took your son with you because you're not man enough to go on your own.
Again, can we see that evidence? Because that didn't happen, did it?
I saw it. I swear Sean showed it at some point.
Well, I'll tell you what, Wendy. If you can produce that evidence, I'll take all my channels down right now.
I don't care if you take your fucking... Leave it up. Your channel for what? Leave it up. I don't care. Nobody cares.
In other words, you haven't got the evidence because there wasn't...
I don't care if you take it down.
Making lies up, hate campaigns.
Listen to this. He's the one who makes lies up.
That's the problem with you and Jupiter. You never.
You're the one. Right, so you're the one that has hate campaigns. You're the one that you just literally talk bullshit and call it.
I don't do videos on you. I don't follow you around. I don't think your words are worth anything.
No.
I don't appreciate your comments. I've blocked you from my channel. How am I making up hate campaigns?
What do you do? Just how many lies have you told tonight about me? And then when
What do you mean lies?
What do you mean lies? The lies that you've just chatted shit about.
Like what? Go on. Like what?
Well, straight away. Where's the group? Show us the evidence of me and Dave and Kermit sat into a group.
I never said you was in a group.
Yeah, you did.
I said, right, so, hold on. Okay. I'm going to let you finish. I'm going to let him finish and then I'm going to explain.
No, but I think he thinks a group is when you're on someone's panel.
Yeah. I don't think that they understand that you can So you can group people together for their likes, their dislikes, the kind of people they like.
Is this like when you can call someone a mind rapist? You go from like just watering a fucking word down from rape to, he's a mind rapist. Is this what we do?
See, this is where people. This is. Wendy, can I please respond? Because right. So this is the problem, right? When you've got people that are very low IQ, and sorry, he is, and but possibly even retarded in his age. I don't know what his reading age is, but it's not very high. And I've noticed that when people ask him to read out on panels and stuff, he does it. He says, "No, you read it." So I don't think he can read very well. That's the first thing. Second thing that I want to say is that he doesn't seem to understand that when you talk, right, group can mean a lot of things. It doesn't mean necessarily that you are 100% physically sitting in the same room together, or even sitting on the same Discord group together. It doesn't mean that you're doing anything nefarious. It means you and your group, your ilk, your like, the people that are like-minded. And I have seen Den bigging up Kermit for his videos and encouraging him. I have seen Dave laughing at Kermit, bigging him up and encouraging him. And I have seen many others from that side of YouTube, the people that split away from us because of all this drama that Dave did. So I have seen this. Now, there's a lot of people that have decided they don't want to get involved in all that shit no more. I'm one of them. You're one of them. We don't want to go back doing endless point scoring because it's not worth it. Because at the end of the day, there's bigger fish to fry. And the audacity of him coming on here saying, "I've never seen you go at the left." Well, obviously he's not watching properly because I've been arguing with the left for years, right? Yeah. Right, I've had my address doxed, I've had my fucking family threatened, I've had people put my address out, I've had people write to my neighbours, I've had false reports to the police by two different individuals, I've been arrested by the police from my own house. All of this stuff all came from the left. I don't know what he's thinking, right? I don't know what he's thinking. Now, he comes on here and he says all this, yeah? But actually...
No, it didn't. I thought that come from the right, the far right.
It's the one that sits with Lefty Kaylee. Kaylee who's got pictures of her saying she loves Jeremy Corbyn and all the placards of her at Lefty fucking protests. You won't find a picture of me at a Lefty protest, ever. Right? So, you know, he's sat there with Ghost, who also is Hope Not Hate, who's getting his information off Mountain Mosley, right?
Yeah.
And so when he sits there, he sat there with Zubida for many years with Kaylee. So when he talks about, the nefarious left, he's talking about himself. Now, when I talk about mind rape, if you don't understand the context or understand it's not actual rape, you thicko, that's your problem, not mine.
Spoke to Zubida like once, possibly twice. Mad.
Yeah?
I understand what mind
because
is.
even in the English language, you could say that you were raped of your pride. It doesn't mean you were sexually raped, you thicko. These people are thick. They are absolutely thick. Right, let it back up.
I think the word's thick. So, I'll just play this.
What's this?
Embarrassing, isn't it?
I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is.
You don't? Okay. That's the audience, I'm sure they heard.
Danny Roscoe. I heard Danny Roscoe.
No. Wonder.
Play it again.
No one can hear it. What it sounds like, Wendy, you know when someone forgets they've left their phone on at the end of a phone call, right, and it's miles away, and all you can hear is yip, 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 yip. You know who's talking, but you can't make out what they're saying.
Yeah. I can hear myself, but I don't know what I'm saying. So I called Danny Tomo a nonce. You said I called him a paedophile.
Yeah, that's the full video. I'll just put that out. Anyway.
Well, a nonce don't necessarily mean a paedophile.
No, exactly.
Well, that's why I asked her, and she went, actually, he's a paedophile. So,
well, we didn't hear that.
I don't care about Danny Tomo, don't you understand?
Yeah, to the point where you'll quite happily call him a nonce and a paedophile based off the words.
I don't care.
You're
That's
a
what he's
dangerous
done. I don't care.
Wendy.
Yeah, but if that was her opinion at the time, because she was led to believe
Based off
that.
what? Based off
She
what?
was led to believe it.
Based off what?
Listen, Danny, listen.
Based off what?
When I'm going to tell you based off what, right?
Oh,
They
yeah.
were saying one thing. Then I spoke. I've said this before. Then I spoke to the father of the girl that Danny Tomo was accused of sleeping with. And he told me outright she was in her 20s.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not my fault that you have kept a recording that no longer is valid because I told that the woman who he slept with was overage time and time again, and you're holding on to a video that's not valid.
No. Unfortunately, Wendy, you've got it confused because they're still clinging on to the thing of,
That's not my fault. That is not my fault.
They're still saying there is a 15-year-old.
I'm not saying that, you see.
Well, I've got a video where you sort of implied that you've all watched this video, which doesn't exist.
What
Nobody's
video?
ever watched.
Well, slow down.
Exactly what video, Wendy? Exactly what video?
I've never watched no video. What are you fucking talking
None of
about?
yous have by the sounds of things, but yeah, you all spoke about it as if you all had.
There's only one person, wait a minute, there's only one person who ever claimed to see a video like that. I know what you're talking about, and that was
Common knowledge, you said, Manda, Wendy. Common knowledge.
Mosley. Exactly.
Atomic community. And Simon.
No.
Have a think about that, Wendy.
I don't need to think. It was Mandy Mosley.
So Simon's not also on video making out he'd watched it and then he was going to bring the age right down to 12. Yeah? If we didn't think it was...
So then, what you actually played, Wendy started off by saying, if what Mandy says is true, then yeah.
We can save the remix for the full video, maybe, Jupiter.
Well, I won't be listening to the full video.
No, I'm sure you won't.
Your recording skills.
Then I'll give you a
I'm going to tell you why. Why don't you use your ears? I'm going to tell you why. Yeah? Number one, your recording skills are shit. Yeah? I ain't going to sit through fucking hours and hours of right? I ain't going to do it. I ain't going to do it. That's the first thing.
Sounds like you have, to be fair.
Right? The second thing, I heard from what you just played. The second thing is that I understand context, and the context is this. At one point in time, she had faith in Mandy was telling the truth. She then realised Mandy was a bullshitter, yeah? And now she doesn't like her. She knows everything she said was bullshit, and she doesn't want nothing to do with her. Everyone is allowed to make up their own mind at their own time with individuals.
For the best part of the year, though, it was just specifically you two people and Moon in the background going through all that bucket of shit. And it was just a bucket of shit. There was no substance to it.
What, Moon in the background going through what? Hold on, going through what?
Was there any substance to the bucket of shit that you went through for months on end? Yes or no? Yes or no? Was there anything to back up their wild, horrible, wild claims?
What is it that she's talking about? It's talking about in the background.
Could not make head and tail of the information that Mandy Mosley and what's that other guy called?
So why did you come out and speak about it on a fucking daily, weekly basis? Why would you do that?
And we did.
Yeah, you did. Yeah. So you caused a lot of problems, a lot of division, a lot of people being doxed, a lot of shit went on because of the shit, the big bucket of shit that you two went through. You three, rather.
How could we when we...
Right, hold on, Wendy. Sorry, Dan. Could you tell me where the bucket of shit started? This bucket of shit we're all in.
In the fucking group that you were in with Tabido, apparently.
Oh my fucking good God.
I don't know.
Oh my God.
And do you know why then I don't care what you say, go running around saying what you like, right? It's because even the Tommy movement, who are aware of who the clan world is, who do know how the clan world works, knows that you're talking absolute bollocks.
Well, you can ask. You can ask as high as you want. Was it not me that called them out for what they was originally? And people went, no, don't be daft.
No.
These are decent guys. This
No.
months
before you got involved, Moon had already been in touch with Ginger Tony.
Anybody who's seen the so-called evidence and questioned it was blocked real quickly if you had two brain cells to rub together. You obviously did not. The people around you obviously did not. It took me no time to run through them hate campaigns and flat pack it. Simple as that. When people tell lies, it's...
Right, so let's get this right, Jupiter. He's talking about when we were handed all that stuff and couldn't make head and tail of it. Yeah?
So if you can't make head and tails of it, you just don't speak about it, obviously. What you don't do is discuss it all for somebody that you're contemplating a wonky cunt anyway, and then put your own little spins and narratives to it. But you two did, until Rumble.
Wendy, I didn't understand it because it said Redacted went to Redacted. And Redacted did this to Redacted, and Redacted was in the room when Redacted redacted. I mean, it didn't make sense, right? It didn't make sense. You had a look at it. I had a look at it. I thought, what the fuck is this Andy fucking, whatever his name, that fucking weirdo, going on about? Because it came off of his site, but Mandy and Athena were backing it up for some reason.
That's right.
Next thing I know, we're being followed around being called slags because we won't put it out there.
Yeah.
Didn't make sense. Moon turned up because Moon was like a bit of a nosy owl at the time. Moon, sorry, but you were, right? She probably thought, well, what were they lying about? What's being misled here? Well, who's being misled? Because, like, that's how she is, right? So we said to Moon...
Isn't this the Moon that's nothing to do with the Tommy Robinson movement, blah, blah, blah? Why was she around all that shit, realistically, if she's not a toothless troll?
You take the stuff, said you can make head nor tail of it. She couldn't make head nor tail of it.
No.
She then went and gave it to someone she knew. They couldn't make head nor tail of it, right? So... how Danny Oakes-Jones made head nor tail of it, I will never know to this day, and I will always say that you got dragged along and believed their bullshit as well, but whatever, right? Whatever, I'm not here to fucking start arguing with Danny again because I'm past all that.
No.
But he got dragged in, he believed their bullshit, they started pretending they were these important people that could get all this intel, started with all their fucking shit and everything else. You yourself told me, listen, I'm getting told they're getting followed by Peter Keeley, I want to go and see if this Peter Keeley, right? Because... the bottom line is, Wendy's always had an interest in fucking IRA and things to do with Ireland, right? If people ain't noticed, yeah? Weren't my cup of tea. I don't know anything about fucking Ireland or the IRA or anything to do with that. I don't fucking give a shit, right? She told me, I said to her, well, that's up to you. I don't want to get involved with that. She took that as me saying, fuck off. I don't want to know.
Yeah.
She got upset with me. That's all it fucking was. I've got the fucking messages still on my phone where she tells me what she's going to do and I say I don't want to get involved. She went off, went and listened to him. She believed the bullshit for a good half an hour, and then she fucking realised, actually, no, this is bullshit. They're going too far now. And then she fucking said she didn't want no more to do with it.
So
that's all it is.
I don't know why he's trying to make this new story up. Here he
because
goes.
him and...
What load of shit. Wendy didn't come away till I exposed Manda, and it was a good while after that.
Dave want to try and stop people listening to me or talking to me because they don't like me, because they're jealous of me, because they think I've got some fucking influence, when all I am is a little tin pot fucking channel with 101 viewers at most on a fucking in an evening, and I sit there, I've got a steady audience, and I'm a grandmother and a mother. That's it, with an opinion.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense, does it? I mean, Dave's got all these subs. Why should he be bothered by a little channel like yours, Jupiter?
I've got no idea, Wendy. It's weird.
Sorry, me. Have you Jupiter for a change?
What do you mean for a change? You can't stop talking about me.
Not being funny, but why was it then? We'll just dig a few holes where it's relevant. So DJ Emido, when he was pushing all his stuff on the riots and all that, why was it he started having an issue with it? Was it not because he was asking you politely not to share his life?
Was that the one who called you a fat cow or something?
Yeah. So, number one...
children out of them environments. You brilliant.
Yeah. Oh, hang on. Well, I think a lot of them did. And then what the state did was allow these kids to go out onto the streets, do what they wanted.
So the children were in a catch-22 situation. So to me, the parents are as much to blame as what the state is.
The reality remains that this was covered up for an extremely long time.
How long are you going to say it was covered up?
Well, it was.
But we know it was covered up then. Hey, no one's saying it wasn't covered up.
So what's your problem with me saying
that? You won't say that the parents are just... It seems to me that all these kids managed to get group, and when it happened, I mean, I don't know, these children were little kids, 12, 13 years of age. I can't help asking, where were the parents?
Well, let me tell you how it works. In these areas, they have a thing called white flag. So people who are working, doing well for themselves, don't have any dependencies, get out of these areas. And then other cultures move in. So the people that are left behind are the poorest. So automatically they're at a disadvantage, right? So the minorities in these certain areas are poor working class people. And unfortunately, these people have dependencies. Some of these parents will have drug addictions, these kind of things, right? So you're talking about people who are really on the bottom of society. And then they're preyed upon by these people because they're not a part of their community. They're preyed upon because they're outside of their community. They target them because they're white. And that's what's happening here. So you want to start talking about the parents and these kind of things.
Yeah, I do.
I think it's a bit more important that we actually do something to defend the people that are still in these communities. These people are still at risk from these communities, and we do something to actually stop this from happening.
And what can we do?
Let every single person in this country know the truth for a start. To stop it from being hidden, which it still is being hidden.
Don't you understand? Not every single person in this country gives a damn.
I don't care. You guys can deflect all you like, man.
Well, hang on. Well, where have you put me now, you guys?
What do you mean?
Well, I said, don't you understand that not everyone cares?
Yeah, but not everybody knows.
Well, even if they did know, they wouldn't fucking care. They look upon it as a problem. As long you see, now you're going to learn what being British is about, right? Pull the ladder, Jack. I'm all right. Because as long as that problem does not affect them, they will not get involved. And you can scream off the rooftops, and they still won't listen as long as it doesn't affect them.
Well, you can promote nihilism all you like, but I reject that concept.
You reject it? Well, unfortunately, a lot of people that can't, they think that Tommy Robinson is a fucking idiot. The way he's gone about this.
Yeah, but I've spent most of this conversation talking about the issue, the problem. You spent most of it talking about Tommy Robinson. Yeah, and you spent most of this conversation,
right? You spent most of this conversation telling me something I already know.
You've done nothing but deflect.
That it was covered up. And I already know it was covered up. I said to you, is that your solution? Does that make you happy knowing it was covered up? Well, what's your solution? Because you're not going to get ordinary, everyday people, right? Even getting involved. They won't get involved.
Now, a lot of this is just bits of this and bits of that and whatever. It will all become relevant because a lot of people don't know a lot of the stuff that's gone on in the background. And then when I play like the one-to-ones with Jupiter or some of Wendy's shows and whatever, all these bits and pieces and whatever will become relevant, and it'll just save people asking questions. Right, a few more premieres to come. We'll see where that takes us, won't we? Enjoy it.